Hello, everyone, and welcome to our third capsule about battery and solar panel maintenance. For this third capsule, we're going to talk about the on-site maintenance of your batteries and solar panels, as well as the maintenance features in JamLogic. Now, once again, just to reiterate, the solar panels are used to only maintain the battery voltage of your unit. They don't have the ability to fully recharge your batteries like a charger would. So, in order to make sure that these are working properly, you're just going to want to make sure that they're clear of any snow, leaves, ice, dust, or even shade so that we can maximize the exposure. The exposure to any of the above can affect the solar amperage and prevent our batteries from being properly maintained. As for the battery portion, we want to make sure that these are maintained efficiently to increase their lifespan, so you just need to follow a couple of simple tips. Number one, clean the battery terminals to avoid corrosion. As we can see here on the right, we have a corroded battery with bad terminals. Neglecting this can really affect the batteries, and then you're going to have to replace them. You're also going to want to replace any damaged wires on the batteries and test the batteries using a load tester. If you find any defective ones, simply replace them. You're also going to want to add distilled water and never battery acid to your 6-volt deep cycle batteries. Whenever they're low, you just top it off with a bit of distilled water and you're good to go. You can also log into the touchscreen on your PCMS and view the battery and solar logs to see if you're getting any drops. Following these tips will give you a more autonomous Vermac unit, help your batteries last longer, and thus reduce time and money spent replacing them. Next up, we'll take a look at the maintenance that can be done through JamLogic. Now, for those who aren't familiar with the maintenance that you can do via JamLogic, it's actually quite simple. There's a couple of different features that we can set up or that we can use to view battery trends to see exactly what's going on, if there's any voltage or amperage drops, whatever the case may be. JamLogic is a great resource for this. So the very first thing that we can check out on a unit is the voltage that it currently has. On the right-hand side here, we can see that the unit's currently operating at 12.97 volts, which is really good. That's kind of what we want. Now, if we want to analyze any battery trends or seeing what happened in the last couple of days, we can always just right-click the unit and go to Show Device Data. And from there, we can click Parameters, scroll all the way down on the left here, and double-click Voltage Battery and Voltage Solar. Press OK. And next, you can just set up the range that you want to see. So if we just want to see, the last day, last week, last month, we have the ability to set these different timelines. Now, if I just want to check the last week, I would just select it and press Generate. And by moving my cursor over to the right, we can see that it creates a nice little graphic here that we can check both the solar and battery voltage trends. Now, this is pretty typical from what you'll see on a unit that's working normally. So you'll have the solar that'll dip up in the 20s and then come back down at night and so on and so forth. And our battery voltage that will pretty much just be maintained, go up in that 13, 14 volt range. And if that's what we're seeing, then we're good to go. Any type of drops that we see could be cause for concern. But the good thing is we have a new alert that can be set up in JamLogic to diagnose those trends. Now, if we want to set up the battery trend alert, we're going to have to start off by creating a mailing list. Now, a mailing list is just a variety of different emails that will receive these alerts once they're triggered. So to do that, we would just go to Tools, and then Mailing List Editor, and we can create our groups. Now, I think everyone just kind of has a default group set up, but if you need different alerts to be sent to different people, you can create different groups and add the emails into there. So if we just go into either the default group here, we can just add a variety of different emails for people to receive these triggers. Once our mailing list is set up, we would just go to Tools and then our Alerts Manager. And at the bottom here, we can actually just add an alert. And in the drop-down menu, select Battery Trend. And from here, we're going to select which mailing list is going to receive this alert. So if we just want it to be default, we'll just select default in the drop-down menu. And next up, we just need to select the devices that we want. So if we just assign it here to the test unit number 1, we can just double-click, press OK, and then press Save. And we have a battery trend. Now, what the battery trend does is that it's an alert that will analyze the last 10 days of your battery state of charge and compare it to the previous 3 days. If our algorithm detects a change in the battery voltage, it will trigger an alert that'll be sent to the mailing list of your choice. So this is one of the many features that you have in JamLogic. These are the ones that we're going to kind of go over for today. And this will pretty much wrap up our third capsule about battery and solar panel maintenance. Thank you so much and have a great day.